viewers, good evening and a very warm welcome to all of you in today's episode of Youth Folio, our weekly magazine series on DD Assam. Friends, we have a long list of stories awaiting your attention. We take you on a virtual trip to show you news and current affairs from across the Northeast and from centers of power. We show you opportunities, achievers, sports, culture. We bring you relevant health issues and also bring you face-to-face with important people. First comes our current issues section. Watch on. Assam bids emotional farewell to late Tarun Gogoi, former Chief Minister. BSF and BGB hold border coordination conference at Agartala, Tripura. Assam Rifles conducts plasma donation screening camp in the Northeast. Manipur media protests against threats and intimidation by militant groups. Meghalaya government resolves to complete all unfinished school buildings by March 2021. Tripura boy makes oxygen concentrator machine using water purifier. Assam bade an emotional farewell to their much-loved, ever-smiling former Chief Minister, late Tarun Gogoi, who led the state for 15 long years, 3 consecutive terms from 2001 to 2016. Streets were lined with people who waited long to get a glimpse of the open vehicle which carried the hearse of their beloved late Chief Minister. When the bedecked vehicle arrived with the late Chief Minister's photo on front, people rent the air with cries of Horibol and followed the vehicle on foot. Honoring Gogoi's secular credentials and equal care for all communities, the vehicle stopped in front of religious monuments of all faiths where hymns were sung to bid farewell. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, who paid his tribute to the departed leader both at the hospital and later at the Navagraha cremation ground of Guwahati, hailed the late Chief Minister for his selfless work.
Prakton Mukhyamantri Tarun Gogoi Dangoria Okal Biyoge Aji সমগ্ৰ ৰাজ্যখনৰ জনতাক মনত আজি বেদনা দিছে বেজাৰ দিছে আমি সকলোৱে মৰ্মাহত হৈছোঁ তেখেতৰ পুৰে জীৱন তেখেতে দেশৰ জনগণৰ স্বাৰ্থত সততা নিষ্ঠাৰে কাম কৰি গ'ল এটা শক্তিশালী মূল্যবোধৰ আদৰ্শ প্ৰতিষ্ঠা কৰি গ'ল আৰু মই ব্যক্তিগতভাৱে এগৰাকী পিতৃক হেৰুৱাৰ দৰে অৱস্থা হৈছে কাৰণ তেখেতে প্ৰতিটো মুহূৰ্ততে আমাক দেশৰ স্বাৰ্থত নিষ্ঠাৰে কাম কৰাৰ নিমিত্তে পৰামৰ্শ দিছিল আন্তৰিকতাৰে দিছিল
While other state leaders, including NIDA convener Himanta Biswa Sarma, a long-time confidante of Gogoi and others, paid tributes at the crematorium, condolences from the Prime Minister and leaders across political lines poured from all over the country, proving the huge popularity and tall stature of the man who was ever full of humility. Tarun Gogoi was cremated with full state honors, gun salute, with family members laying sandalwood on his pyre and son, Member of Parliament Gaurav Gogoi, lighting the pyre.
এতিয়া এটাই আমি সংকল্প ল'ব লাগিব যে তেখেতৰ যিটো আদৰ্শ যিটো সেই আদৰ্শ যাতে আমি প্ৰত্যেকজন কংগ্ৰেছ কৰ্মীয়ে আমি যাতে আগুৱাই লৈ যাব পাৰোঁ ধৰি ৰাখিব পাৰোঁ তেখেতৰ আধৰুৱা সপোন যাতে আমি বাস্তৱায়িত কৰিব পাৰোঁ আধৰুৱা কামখিনি যাতে আমি অনাগত দিনত আমি সম্পূৰ্ণ কৰিব পাৰোঁ আজিৰ তাৰিখত এইটোৱে মোৰ অনুভূতি সকলো জাতি জনগোষ্ঠী সম্প্ৰীতিৰ অসম হ'ব লাগে সেইটো যাতে বাস্তৱত পৰিণত হয় সেইটোৱে কামনা কৰিছোঁ
The Border Security Force BSF of India and Border Guards Bangladesh BGB held a 3-day-long border coordination conference for confidence-building measures between the two countries at Agartala from the 25th to the 27th of November. Various bilateral border issues like trans-border crimes, including smuggling of drugs and other narcotic substances, border fencing works, development works for people living in the border areas, etc., were discussed, and a joint record of discussion document was signed in a most cordial manner. The close bonding between the two premier border guarding forces of India and Bangladesh could be seen right from the outset of the proceedings when head of the Indian delegation, Sushant Kumar Nath, IG BSF Tripura Frontier, gave a warm welcome with flower bouquet to Khondokor Farid Hassan, Additional Director General and Regional Commander who headed the BGB team to Tripura. Other BGB delegates who had all crossed the border at Agartala Akhaura checkpost on foot too were similarly welcomed. The BGB team reciprocated with a fruit basket. The BSF Jawans also welcomed the delegation as per tradition. Later, the delegates and BSF personnel left for the meeting venue in designated vehicles. Assam Rifles undertook a very noble initiative of organizing a plasma donation screening camp at Light Course Shillong recently in collaboration with NEGRIMS. The event was inaugurated by Director General of Assam Rifles, Lieutenant General Sukhdeep Sangwan, and graced by Director of NEGRIMS, Dr. P. Bhattacharya, and Assam Rifles personnel maintaining Corona protocol. It must be mentioned here that our country's frontline warriors, including of the Northeast, are in the front line of plasma donations also.
गर्व की बात है असम राइफल्स के लिए, हम सब के लिए, कि हम जिन्हें कि फ्रेंड्स ऑफ द नॉर्थ ईस्ट कहा जाता है, आज हम ऐसे काम के लिए यहाँ उपस्थित हैं जिसकी आज के दौर में आवश्यकता है। मुझसे ज़्यादा आप सबको मालूम है कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट असम राइफल्स के डीएनए में बसा हुआ है। असम राइफल्स और नॉर्थ ईस्ट की केमिस्ट्री ऐसी है, ऐसा बॉन्डिंग है कि कोई भी लिटमस टेस्ट जो है वो हमने पास किया है। किसी भी किस्म की ज़रूरत पड़ी हम इनके साथ थे, उतना ही इनके साथ है नॉर्थ ईस्ट के जितना कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोग हमारे साथ हैं। I am really grateful to the entire team of NEGRIMS. Through you, I'll request if you can pass it on. We are proud to be associated with NEGRIMS, and we would take every and any step to go closer to you and pursue any activity which benefits the society.
आपका ये प्लाज्मा डोनेशन को एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए हम लोग हम्बल्ड है कि आप लोग कोविड का कष्ट झेले भी है और उसके ऊपर दूसरे को मदद करने के लिए आगे बढ़े भी हैं।
Other humanitarian tasks by Assam Rifles include reaching assistance to locals of Tadbung village, Tamenglong district, Manipur, facilitating the making of waiting shed for locals of Kehoi village in Dimapur district and Vihoto village in Peren district of Nagaland, organizing health checkup and essential medicine distribution camp at Nam village, Peren district, Nagaland, organizing sports meet at Sehau village in Chandel district, Manipur, and so on. These notwithstanding, militants have been continuing their mischievous activities in the region. In the recent week, 2 active KYKL cadres were nabbed in Nambol village, Bishnupur district, Manipur. Illegal areca nuts worth approximately Rs 60 lakh were intercepted in Champhai district, Mizoram. Heroin worth Rs 3.3 crore was seized from Churachandpur district, Manipur, and so on. Strongly protesting against the continued threats and intimidation by militant groups, both electronic and print media of Manipur halted publication for a day recently and staged a day-long sit-in protest in front of Manipur Press Club of capital city Imphal, demanding that militants stop such despicable threats and intimidation and the state government take strict action against them. The protesters also demanded respect for freedom of press as is enshrined in the Constitution of India as freedom of speech and expression. The state government has promised to protect the media and punish the miscreants. This is not the first time that militants of Manipur have stooped to such low levels. In the past too, journalists have repeatedly held such protests as militant groups of Manipur tend to pressurize them to at times publish some fake news or at times stop from publishing some news which is detrimental to the interests of the militants.
Well, it is very unfortunate for we people in the media fraternity that we cannot publish our newspaper for 2 days because of some intimidation or something else. There may be any reason, but it is in one way. Everyone knows that there has been an intimidation. Maybe it is because of miscommunication, or maybe because of misunderstanding, maybe because that we feel that we have to be together once again. Because in conflict state like Manipur, we have been facing this kind of problem a very long time back, and these recent years there has been reducing, and there has been no such problem happen for quite a long time. But if it emerges again, there is a need to show that we, the journalists, are united, and we always stand together when there is any kind of intimidation come to the press.
Good news on the educational front from Meghalaya. The Meghalaya government has decided to complete all school buildings by March 2021, and Rs 100 crore has been earmarked for this massive task. This was announced by State Chief Minister Conrad Sangma while inaugurating the approach road from Eden Bari Tura to Harding Theological College. The inauguration function drew in local MLAs Thomas A. Sangma and Srimati Ferlin C.A. Sangma besides other dignitaries. People attended the ceremony maintaining Corona protocol of social distancing. More news from Meghalaya. In the Ribhoi district, Traffic Police of Nongpo branch held an awareness program on the importance of two-wheeler drivers and pillion riders to wear helmets while riding on highways. The program included a bike rally from Nongpo to DC Junction. After the program, random checking was held. Four-wheeler drivers who did not wear seat belts or two-wheeler drivers and riders who did not wear helmets were fined. Young Rajan Kumar Dhar from Tripura has proved that excellence is not dependent on wealth or conducive surroundings. A resident of Tripura's Jogendra Nagar village, Rajan, who is just matric passed, has developed this oxygen concentrator machine which can greatly help in providing oxygen to needy, especially COVID-19 patients, at very cheap rates. Sitting in his knick-knack scattered tiny room, he has devised this machine mainly using a rejected water purifier. The inspiration came from his 62-year-old mother who required to be given oxygen at home after recovery from COVID-19, but the family could ill afford a concentrator available presently in the markets for around Rs 65,000. The family has sent a mail to Prime Minister Narendra Modi offering to mass produce this concentrator, which would be priced under Rs 20,000.
11 দিন তো আইসিইউতে ছিল, তখন দিল ছুটি দেওয়ার পর গেলো বাড়িতে নিয়ে যান, অক্সিজেনের ব্যবস্থা করেন, যদি পারেন অক্সিজেন কনসেন্ট্রেটরের ব্যবস্থা করেন। বাড়িতে নিয়ে এলাম, নেওয়ার পরে গিয়ে অক্সিজেন কনসেন্ট্রেটর ভাড়া নিলাম, কিনতে গেলাম 65,000 ফিলিপসের 5 লিটার। তো আমি বুঝি, আমি 10-11 দিন থাকারতে আমার বুঝলাম যে মারা কীভাবে কন্ট্রোল করতে লাগে। ইভেন ওই দিন 11 দিন যে আসলাম, টোটালি 11 জন পেশেন্টেরই আমি দেখতাম ওইখানে। মানে মানুষ ভাবতো আমি বুঝি বা নার্স বা ওই ছেলে নার্স থাকে এরকম স্টাফ কিছু, আমি না মার লেগেছি। তো এখন ওই পরিস্থিতি থেকে যখন আমি আইলাম, তখন আমি কনসেন্ট্রেটর কেনার ক্ষমতাটা আসলো না। তখন অক্সিজেন সিলিন্ডার কিনলাম 2 দিন পরে, কেনার পর ভাড়া নিলাম। এটা ভাড়া 1000 টাকা পার ডে, 5 দিন রাখলাম। রাখার পরে চিন্তা করলাম মা একটু কমছে, মানে শ্বাসকষ্ট একটু কমছে, তখন সিলিন্ডারতে চলে। তো সিলিন্ডারতে স্টার্ট করলাম, স্টার্ট করার পরে তখন নিয়ে ভাবলাম যে আমার মতো মা তো অনেক আছে, আমার মতো ছেলে অনেক আছে যারা আমি যতদূর করছি আমি এর দূর করতে পারতো না। তো চিন্তা করলাম যে আমি যদি কিছু করতে পারি তখন চেষ্টা আরম্ভ করলাম। তখন থেকে এটা
সারা রাত্র জায়গা করছে।
দোকানদারি সকাল থেকে 9টা
আমার ছেলে যতটুকু করছে এমন ছেলে
বহুত আছে,
কোনো জন্মে পুণ্যি করছি এমন ছেলে পাইছি।
It's time now for us to slip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We have very relevant COVID-related information to share with you. First was a complete monthly magazine of the Northeast read by who's who of the land, packaging news and current affairs, sports, culture, festivals, achievers, life in Metro and lots more. Buy the magazine today from stalls across the Northeast and New Delhi at ₹50 per copy or subscribe for 12 issues by paying ₹550 online. For details, contact 98101 29327. COVID-19 has hit different people differently. Even people who have recovered are showing various kinds of complications. We asked Dr. M.C. Mishra, former director of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, Delhi, about post-COVID care at home and other COVID-related issues. Excerpts. With COVID-19 recovery above 90%, India has a vast population of people who have suffered and recovered from the novel coronavirus. However, many patients complain of various kinds of post-COVID complications and difficulties, from chronic fatigue to breathlessness to palpitations and so on. We questioned Dr. M.C. Mishra, former director of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, New Delhi, about how one can recover from these post-COVID health problems.
So as regards post-COVID care to those who had mild disease or moderate disease where there was no lung involvement, that you did not need any oxygen support, you did not need any non-invasive or invasive ventilation. There are not very many sequelae one would anticipate in post-COVID phase. But naturally, what we would say that you continue all those Ayush recommendations to build your immunity for further strength, and also breathing exercises, pranayam, anulom vilom, Kapal Bharti. As soon as you have recovered from COVID and you feel absolutely okay, no weakness, no muscle ache, no joint pain, no backache, no breathing difficulty, resume your physical exercise, walk, whatever you were doing pre-COVID.
What about those who have suffered from severe COVID-19 infection, were in ICU, and even after discharge are suffering from problems ranging from persistent headaches, shortness of breath, pneumonia, diarrhea, etc.?
If somebody has had severe illness and needed admission in hospital in ICU or HDU for a longer period, and then naturally we need to go by symptoms with anti-inflammatory medication. These patients might be needing for a longer period. The weakness in the body has to be dealt with again with the proper dietary advice, where you consume some proteins, some carbohydrates, and also vitamins, minerals, trace elements like vitamin D people are giving, zinc people have been supplementing, and other magnesium, iron, and all that. So, and other supportive therapies like physiotherapy, also psychological counseling one can resort to if somebody has had having depression or ICU psychosis also.
Over the months, however, our doctors and hospitals have learned and gained experience about the virus. The infection rate might have increased, but fortunately, the death rate is not increasing equally. More and more people, even with comorbidities, are recovering as people and doctors are now more aware about the infection.
Now we are almost entering into the 10th month of this pandemic. We have learned a lot about the symptomatology of this infection, which was not known in the beginning. We had only three set of symptoms known, that there is a sore throat, there is some fever, and then there is some breathing difficulty. But over a period of time, many more symptoms have been added, like the loss of smell, loss of taste, loose motions, diarrhea, and then headache, and then lung infection and pneumonia, which has taken a lot of lives actually. The involvement of the lungs by this virus, because it goes and sets into the alveoli of the lung, and that is where it leads to inflammatory reaction, what we call cytokine storm, and that has caused a lot of damage to a lot of people, and it has long-term consequences also.
Friends, we've reached the fag end of our episode now. In our last episode, we had shown you the clip of a dance. Now check out the answer and the names of the winners. For our contest section, we had shown you the clip of a dance. This was a dance of the Adi tribe of Arunachal Pradesh. The winners are Aruna Balmiki from Guwahati, Assam, Nomojoy Deb Burma from Agartala, Tripura, and Momar Ete from Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh. Congratulations, winners! We will recharge your mobile phones with ₹500 each within a week's time. For this week, the contest question, which would win 3 first entries, ₹500 of recharges on your mobiles, is very simple. Write back about one news item covered in our current issues section. Rush your answers to youth_folio@yahoo.com or SMS or WhatsApp to 98101 29327. Don't forget to tune in to Youth Folio again next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. only on DD Assam. You could also check our earlier episodes on YouTube, and please also subscribe to our Vision channel on YouTube. See you all next Saturday. Until then, goodbye and take very good care of yourselves.